What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. Going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. First, I want to give some shout outs really quick. I want to give a huge shout out to Larry the Scrapper Guy. Thank you so much for the buy me a coffee. Really appreciate it. I want to give another shout out to Winston. Thank you so much for buying me a coffee. Really appreciate you, Winston. Thank you. I want to give another shout out to Anonymous Donor for that PayPal. Really appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Also, I want to give a happy birthday to Russell. Yesterday was Russell's birthday. He had a Sunday birthday, and we don't go live on Sunday. So happy birthday to you, Russell. I hope yesterday kicked ass for you. All right, we're going to be starting off with a video titled Trump Administration Finds Harvard Failed to Protect Jewish Students. So it sounds like the Trump admin's going to keep gunning for Harvard. Oh, well, for Harvard. Then we got a video titled Trump Very Wealthy People Set to Buy TikTok. This is obviously a follow-up video on what's going on with TikTok. We know that President Trump extended the ban or whatever that's looming over TikTok. Now he claims that they got a buyer. Then we got a video titled Musk, the latest Senate draft bill will destroy millions of jobs in America. This Elon Musk talking bad about the big beautiful bill again. Then we got a video titled Defendant in Pearl Street Attack Pleads Not Guilty to Federal Hate Crimes. This is the guy that was throwing Molotov cocktails. He just pled not guilty. I don't know how that works, but you know, whatever's whatever. Anyways, then we will be moving to our Midlive break, and this one's titled What Kind of Dog Is That? Then getting back into the news, we got a video titled Alina Habba Threat. Florida man charged with threatening U.S. attorney. I don't know why anybody would threaten Alina Habba. Stupid. Then we got a video titled Authorities Identify Suspect in Firefighter Ambush. This is what you guys were tagging me in earlier during the press briefing we were struggling to go through. We got some info on that. Then we got a video titled Sinaloa Cartel. I'm sure I didn't say that right, but that's okay. Fuck the cartel. Cartel hacked FBI officials' phone to hunt down and kill informants. So that's nice. Then we'll be wrapping up the news with something like Lefty's losing it. It's not quite Lefty's losing it because I think Rita had the day off, but it's titled Unhinged Lefty Goes on expletive-laden rant about birthright citizenship ruling, but of course there's going to be a plethora of lefties losing their marbles. Then we have an unboxing because somebody sent me something. I never figured out who sent Klaus all those cans of Fancy Feast. I think it was Donna Sparks. I'm going to have to text her. I never figured it out, but either way, we got another something here. Another something. I don't know who it's from. Hopefully we can figure it out. Excited for that. Then we will be opening today's door of the advent calendar sent to us by Zero. And we got our two funny videos of the day. First, I got to go get some credit here because I want to give credit where credit is due. Let me see. Oh, I think Stoner got both today. Yeah, he did. Both were provided by Stoner. First one's titled Getting Smoked by Bigfoot. That's a good one. Then our official funny video of the day is titled Today's Patriotic Message. And that's going to make everyone feel good before we go home. Of course, we'll be doing the raids and all that. But anyways, we'll worry about that when we get there. We're going to hop in the chat, see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Alistair? What's up, Livid Review? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Tory Wayne? What's up, Russell? And what's up, Zero? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Ghostly, you were first today. I appreciate you racing the chat, Ghostly. And I just remembered Mac the Goat needs batteries. I'll try and remember that one day. This is like a week later. Either way. What's up, Troutman? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Tony Rez? What's up, Too Old to Care? Appreciate you being here. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. Scrolling through. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom. What's up, Pumpkin? Appreciate you being with us. What's up, Turbo? Happy freedom to you. Come on. You guys are all waiting on me. Story of my life. Come on. You guys are chatting it up. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Glamour? Happy freedom to you. What is just corn dog in the chat? You just sitting there eating a corn dog? Well, if you say so. What's up, 1776? What's up, H Big? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Stoner? Happy freedom. What's up, Gron? Happy freedom. What's up, Screaming Eagle? What's up, J Dog? Happy freedom. What's up, Bright Gaming? Happy freedom to you. Scrolling through. God, you guys are waiting on me forever. I was late. Did you guys know that? I was kind of late today. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom to you. You hooligans are welcome to hit that like button over on Rumble. See if you can get us on their front page. We're not using Rumble Studio right now. I was telling you earlier we were going to give it another shot, but I've had so many problems today that I just don't have the patience to deal with it. So tomorrow we'll give Rumble Studio another shot. But today we're just running how we've been doing it. You know, don't fix it if it ain't broken. What's up, Meta? Happy freedom to you. What's up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Big Mac and Pride? Happy freedom. Budweiser's my coffee. Well, that's all right. It's, you know, it's almost 7 o'clock here, so that's fine. And what is up, everyone over on the communism platform? What's up, Mitchell? Happy freedom to you. What's up, MW? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Nick? Happy freedom. What's up, DW? What's up, Damon Walker? Happy freedom. What's up, Robin Hood? What's up, Lee? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Howard? What's up, Skulls? What's up, Mike Ingalls? What's up, Agent O? Happy freedom. What's up, Cecil? What's up, Vinny C? What's up, DB? And what's up, John Galt? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Polish? Appreciate you being with us. You hooligans are welcome to hit that like button over on the commie platform. It helps. It helps. And what's up, Tony Rich over on X? Really appreciate you being with us. All right, hooligans, hit that like button. Do the thing. We're going to go ahead and get started. This first video, like I said, Trump administration finds Harvard failed to protect Jewish students. I guess that's what happened. President Trump gunning for Harvard. Come on, do the thing, YouTube. Give you a little spirit finger action. Gets her all excited. Anyways, before we hop into this, I'm going to remind you, hooligans, we have these Hooligan Strong t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his link in all of the chats for you hooligans to have your opportunity to hire him for your creative needs. Because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, dog tags, and we even made steel tumblers out of this design. Today, I got on the plain Jane Jeff Mac t-shirt. We got lots of items and lots of designs over in the merch store. I'll be dropping the links in the chat while we're watching this first video.
The Trump administration made a formal finding that Harvard University failed to protect Jewish students from harassment on campus, and it's threatening to cut all federal funding to the university if it doesn't take action. This is the latest escalation in the White House's battle with Harvard, which refused to comply with demands that the White House made earlier this year around its governance, hiring, and admissions, and has faced numerous sanctions from the White House since then. The investigation found that Harvard failed to protect Jewish students amid protests over the Israel-Hamas war over the last year and a half. This latest action could target a wider pool of money. Already, Harvard has lost billions of dollars in federal research grants as a result of this conflict. But finding that Harvard violated civil rights laws allows the White House potentially to go after even federal student aid, meaning that students would not be able to use federal grants or federal loans to attend Harvard University. Harvard says it deeply disagrees with the government's findings. It says that it has already taken significant strides to fight anti-Semitism on campus, and it says that work is still ongoing.
Okay, quick video there about what's going on with Harvard and President Trump. President Trump is constantly hovering over them, trying to get them in line, penalizing them. Now, they got a ton of money. They got like $52 billion here just sitting there waiting to blow it on whatever they want. So it's not like they need the federal funding, but either way, they want to swear up and down that they're doing the right thing, but they just got done with an investigation proving they ain't really been doing that like they've been saying. So we'll see if they get stripped from more federal funding, as well as students no longer being able to get not FOIAs, FAFSAs for Harvard getting that financial aid. We'll see. Next up, Trump, very wealthy people set to buy TikTok. This is our follow-up on the TikTok story there. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump gunning for Harvard. What's up, Tori Wayne? Happy freedom to you. Zero, they can go fund themselves. That's right, they can go fund themselves. Russell, you got to use the knife hand with YouTube. I guess, you know, the spirit fingers, they ain't working anymore. You got to threaten its life. It'll be all right. It'll be okay. What's up, Lone Wolf? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Winston? Happy freedom to you. Just shouted you out, buddy. I appreciate the support. Kevin, having liver and onions for supper? Not exactly what I chose on the menu, but I hope you enjoy it. What's up, Tiger Jaw? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Deb? Happy freedom to you. Tiger Jaw, just in Idaho college murder suspect Brian somebody agrees to plea deal for all 4 deaths. I have no idea what you're talking about. I did not see that. There was two events that happened in Idaho, because wasn't the firefighter situation also in Idaho? Idaho. Idaho's? Where is this at? Yeah. So both events happened in Idaho? I didn't see anything about what you're talking about, college shooting. Well, dang. We'll have to find that for tomorrow. Thank you for letting me know, Tiger Jaw. I'm going to grab this info and I'll find something for tomorrow's live. We'll cover it, or we'll see what happens. It's so hot. It's so hot, I'm just sick to my stomach. What's up, Relax? Happy Freedom? Did you hear about the disc championship this weekend? No, Relax. I didn't hear anything about it. I did go disc golfing, though, and it was fun. It was cool. It was hot outside, but I didn't get sunburned at all. SPF 100 works. And I had like a big old fishing head. I was looking, well, dumb as shit. But either way, I didn't get sunburned. No sun rape. It's good. Winston, just say no to liver and onions. Well, I don't know. I'm sure Kevin, that wasn't forced on Kevin, you know. There must be something good about it. Troutman wasn't it last year. It might be. I don't know yet. I got to look into it. Happy Freedom to you. Relax. Kevin, liver is awesome with lemon pepper. I don't think I've ever eaten that before. Polish, heat's good for my cold dead heart. Well, I'm glad somebody's enjoying it, because I am suffering in this heat. What's up, Corey Luca? Happy Freedom to you. I will check it out, Corey Luca. Thank you for letting me know. I'll check it out after the live. What's up, Sven? Happy Freedom. What's up, Majestical? Happy Freedom. Majestic. Very, very nice. A bit majestic myself, if I do say so. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move forward here. Like I said, we got to follow up on the TikTok situation. This is titled, Trump saying very wealthy people set to buy TikTok, claiming that we'll know more in about 2 weeks. Come on, do the thing. I think people on TikTok, I think there should be a pop-up every time you open TikTok saying, don't forget to thank President Trump for you being able to access this app, because if it wasn't for him, this shit would already be banned. Because it's stupid that people go over there to bitch about President Trump. It's his fault it's still here. Either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Donald Trump says he has a group of very wealthy people ready to buy TikTok. The US president made the claim in an interview aired Sunday by Fox News.
We have a buyer for TikTok, by the way. I think I'll need probably China approval, and I think President Xi will probably do it.
Who's buying?
I'll tell you in about 2 weeks.
A big technology company there.
Very, very wealthy people. It's a group of very wealthy people.
Earlier this month, Trump extended to mid-September a deadline for China-based ByteDance to divest the US assets of TikTok. A deal had been in the works in the spring, which would have spun off the video app's US operations into a new US-based and majority-owned firm. However, that was put on ice after China indicated it would not approve it following Trump's imposition of steep tariffs on its goods. A 2024 law mandated the closure of TikTok in the US by January 19th this year, unless its operations in the country were divested or there was evidence of major progress on a sale. Trump has now extended that deadline 3 times, after crediting the app with helping him win last year's election.
Okay, so we'll see in about 2 weeks. Let me see if I can do this really quick. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Bam! That's what I looked like on Saturday. It was fun. I told you I looked stupid, but I actually went outside. I really did. I did the thing, and I brought receipts. Anyways, next up we got Elon Musk gunning for the big beautiful bill, saying the latest Senate draft bill will destroy millions of jobs in America. Elon Musk is not impressed with this big beautiful bill, he keeps telling us, but no matter how the changes happen, which I still want to know about the AI stuff, he's not impressed with this. Either way, before we get into this, I want to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this TikTok situation. I know most of you guys don't even care about TikTok, but it's in the news, so we need to know. Either way, reading through. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom to you. Tori Wayne, yeah, it was fun, and I won. I never beat my buddy at disc golf because he takes it so seriously. He's very competitive. But I had I don't want to say beginner's luck. I've been playing for like 9 years, but first time playing in 2 years, smoked him. Smoked him. He don't want to talk about it. Watch him hop in the chat, call me a liar. Either way, it was a lot of fun. So you looked adorable. I was like a big ass toddler, like, 230-pound toddler just wallowing around. It was all right. Zero, Elon's being a moron. This is what we voted for. Well, we'll see, because they're going to be making cuts to Medicaid and all this other stuff, and everybody has speculations, but we won't actually know until they pass it or don't pass it or whatever. And so I don't know. I really don't know what to think about the big, beautiful bill. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. Stoner, stupid dead zone, back now. Well, welcome back, Stoner. Pumpkin, glad you had fun outside. It was fun. Ghostly, people saying the Idaho shooter was a shapeshifter. I'll look into it. I got a tab pulled up. What's up, Peyton? Happy freedom. Or are you talking about the one that just happened today? The guy that was shooting at the firefighters? I was wondering that too. I was waiting for them to call him a Trump supporter or something, but I didn't hear anything like that. Winston, I called Salt Lake PD a few minutes ago and asked the 5051 No King shooter. I cannot even say his name. 16 days of censorship. Interesting. What's up, Shroomish? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Roy? Happy freedom to you. Cheeky Chops, he was. He was a shapeshifter. What's up, Jay Blazer? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Big Mega Pride? Got you. Yep. Robin Hood, I want a big beautiful bull. Wait, phrasing. Should meet get some. He's real big on phrasing. What's up, Camo? Happy freedom to you. They are calling him a Trump supporter? Oh, I knew it. Called it. I called it. We need to come out with those Jeff was right t-shirts. They released photos of his parents with Make America Great hat. Interesting. Let me look that up. Wow. What is the guy's name? I think I got it wrote down. Let me see really quick. We're just going to deviate from the main plan here. Take a little side quest. No, that's not the right person. Wes Rowley is the shooter's name. And I bet if there's pictures, they'll be on X. Show us Wes Rowley. Oh, let's see. What the fuck? Okay. Well, we are finding things. Just give me a second here. I'm going to pull up a couple things. And I'll show you my findings, because I will forget about this shit by the time we get to the end of the live. See, I'm not seeing anything related to MAGA. Is this it? Mom and new boyfriend. Okay, so this is what I found so far. Supposedly, this is a picture from the shooter. This is a picture of the shooter from his timeline or whatever. And then this is supposedly mom and her boyfriend for the day. Because you never know. Mom might be a floozy. Either way, yeah, it does look like they're trying to point it in that direction. I don't know. It's always weird that they try and tie Make America Great Again to like school shootings and stupid shit like that. Interesting. Either way, like I said, next up we got Elon Musk bashing the big beautiful bill. We'll be there in just a moment. What's up, Glamour? Cass, happy freedom to you. Yep, they always try. They do. It's always Trump's fault. It doesn't matter what happens. Ghostly, you got him in Discord. Thank you for letting me know. I'll check it out after the live. Told to care, mom at the White House. Yeah. Showed up with her boyfriend, but she left with Trump. That's what happened. Camo is also a Russian immigrant sleeper agent. Interesting. I was wondering, because isn't his name something crazy? Oh no, that's just Wes Rowley. The person that threatened Alina Habba, his name is something crazy. Salvador Rizito. I don't know. I'm thinking he's an illegal, but you never know. You never know. J-Dog, he's a shapeshifter. I'm thinking so. They get on these weird meds, and then they start acting all loony. I guess that's what happens when you try to portray yourself as a unicorn or whatever the fuck. Robin Hood war in Taiwan. Trump. Yep, that's right. Trump did it. Anyways, we're going to move forward here. What's up, Cadillacs? Happy freedom to you. Where are we at? Elon talking shit. That's where we are. Either way, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out, as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up. Like I said, Elon Musk talking shit about the big beautiful bill. Doesn't make me feel any kind of way, but of course they'll call this MAGA infighting. You know how the damn liberals are. Anyways, once again, this is titled Elon Musk saying the latest Senate draft bill will destroy millions of jobs in America. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
The one big, beautiful bill. Elon Musk is not a fan.
In a post, Musk wrote, quote, "The latest Senate draft bill will destroy millions of jobs in America and cause immense strategic harm to our country, exclamation point. Utterly insane and destructive. It gives handouts to industries of the past while severely damaging industries of the future." Musk narrowing in on the bill's changes to energy policy, and it cuts tax credits for wind and solar projects while adding credits for coal. Musk also critiquing how much the bill adds to the U.S. deficit, saying it, quote, puts Americans in the fast lane to debt slavery. Meanwhile, President Trump issuing a warning to members of his party via social media as well on Truth Social, writing, quote, "For all cost-cutting Republicans, of which I am one, remember, you still have to get reelected. Don't go too crazy. We will make it all up times 10 with growth more than ever before."
Okay, so Elon not, going too off the rails, not claiming that President Trump's part of Epstein Island shit, anymore. He went off the rails for a little bit there. He reeled it back in. He deleted his posts. He kind of was creating space between himself and President Trump for a second there, but he's back. He's back, talk that shit, but that's okay. He's entitled to his opinion. Either way, next up, we got defendant in Pearl Street attack pleads not guilty to federal hate crime charges. This is the border crosser from Egypt that was throwing Molotov cocktails at people. He's facing 12 federal hate crime charges. He's also facing 118 state charges. His family is in detention with the ICE agency, as far as I know. They don't really clarify. They just said that they're not being deported yet. So either way, he pleads not guilty. I mean, if he wants to go to trial that bad, then go ahead. But he's got a lot of damning evidence against him. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Elon. Oh, I'm doing all right, Cadillacs. How are you doing? Sam, I'd stay at the beach forever if I could. We had a perfect weather for 6 days straight. It's badass, Sam. Hell yeah, you deserve it. That's the shooter? Who posted this? Guess Sam? Is that really the shooter? He looks like a little... Oh, it's not Saturday. I can't say that. He looks a little flamboyant. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Governing my damn speech over here. Zero. I trust Trump and his plan 100%. Fuck Elon. I'm open-minded to see what's going to happen. I'm reserving my opinions until we get there, but I hear you, Zero. Cass, it sucks that Elon pulled that BS. He had to be smoking something. Yeah, I mean, I've never done ketamine, but I heard that it's pretty powerful stuff. So I imagine, he goes on these benders, has issues and whatnot. It'll be interesting if we ever hear more about Epstein Island, because... I mean, that was his claim, that the reason we haven't heard anything about the Epstein client list is because he's on it. And we haven't heard anything about it. And I thought maybe that, we were all discussing this, that maybe this was going to force the Epstein files out into the public. right? That Trump was going to do this to kind of prove that he wasn't on the list. But then they didn't release any more files. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Cass, yeah, I think so. I think he was drugged out and lost his marbles. It's a lot of responsibility to be the leader of a platform. And everybody makes mistakes. And people have bad days. I'm having a bad day. But imagine being Elon, right? You got how many ever millions of people following you. You have a bad day. You go and not handle it correctly, right? You drink too much, or you do it a little bit. You get lost in the sauce. You start posting shit. Well, that's going to affect a lot of people. You know, the fallout of that could be severe. And so it's got to be tough having that much responsibility. But, I mean, if you're going to do drugs and shit like that, you need to go put your phone somewhere else if you can't trust yourself with it. But either way, time will tell all. My grandpa used to tell me all the time, the truth has a way of getting out. He ain't never been wrong. Pumpkin, I only like Elon. He's nothing major. Yeah, I think he's entertaining. I don't know. I don't think he's necessarily a good guy or a bad guy. I just think he's entertaining. Cass, number one rule, no matter what, do not post after midnight. Nothing good happens. Yeah, I'm just saying. I haven't drank in a while, but when I drink, I'm like, yeah, let's not pick the phone up. Cheeky Chops, I am not reading that out loud. Rappy, I voted for Trump, not Elon. That's right. Stoner, I don't hate Elon, but he owes me money. Well, he needs to pay up. You know, Stoner, he needs to pay up. Kevin above what? The sod is a good one, I suppose. Ghostly's the enemy of MAGA. Bring him into the fold. Was tarded. Really? Well, maybe. I've said before, you know, you get him where you fit in. He goes to the gala where like AOC and all those other corrupt people be hanging out, blowing money on nothing, and you know, birds of a feather and all that. So I don't trust him, but he's entertaining. Stoner, I signed a petition for $100, and everyone else who signed up was supposed to be another $100. I got 4 referrals, so I was supposed to get another $400. Elon's a bitch. Stoner, you know, I never brought that shit up, but there was like 15 of you that went and filled out that same thing, the petition, saying that, you know, you're for the Constitution, you're for the Second Amendment and stuff like that. And there was supposed to be like a nice check coming my way. Never got anything for that. Ever. And I guess there's a way to like inquire about that, but he should have sent that money out. I wonder how many people got, I don't want to say scammed, but kind of misled by that whole petition thing, promising money, doll hairs that you never get. Daddy Elon, yeah, Glimmer, I guess. What's up, Flintstone? Happy freedom. What's up, Dabs? Happy freedom to you. Kevin, yeah, I had a senior moment there. I know what you're talking about, Kevin. What's up, Marsh? Happy freedom to you. Ghostly, Elon's on Twitter pushing the Green New Deal propaganda. Oh, I haven't seen him do that. Yeah, the Green New scam, that's just an agenda. Otherwise, they would talk more about pollution. Ghostly, Lefty's lie, shock Pikachu face. What's up, Kicks? Happy freedom to you. Meta, you don't look sunburned? I don't know how I did it. Went outside, didn't get sunburned. Meta, I think Elon... What is this? I don't know what you're saying. I think Elon is going or go back and independent for president, and because of his money, the first time could have a chance of winning. Elon cannot run for president because he was not born here. He's from South Africa. So he could probably be a governor. He could probably be a senator and stuff too, but he can't ever be president. What's up, Drina? Happy freedom. What's up, Rich? Happy freedom to you. Let's see if Klaus Daniels comes to work today. MW flight log is public from Maxwell trial. Yeah, we know that President Trump was on the flight log, but there's nothing saying he ever went to the island or that he was on the client list or anything like that. What's up, Coco? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Steve S? Happy freedom to you. They're going to blow some stuff up this week? I mean, you never know, Steve S. And they're blaming Iran for everything, right? They could go and cause another terrible day. We'll just word it like that. Cause a terrible day for America. And then they're going to be like, Iran did it. You know, that's what's going to happen. They have a blank check for Iran because of the sleeper cell thing. They're like, well, Iran has sleeper cells and they're going to do stuff. And so now anything that happens in America, they're going to be like, sleeper cell. And that's what they're going to do. The CIA is going to take advantage of that. Oh, thank you for letting me know, Zero. You hooligans reminded me. Okay, Alex, I had a lot of fun disc golfing. It was a good time, and I won. Guess do not put the chat bubble up. I forbid it. Well, I'm sorry to defy you. Guess I will be taking my lashings later. Guess what do you mean by senior moment? I told you. I'm 36, but that's like 85 in Jeff Mack years. Okay, it's like dog years, but worse. Okay, the numbers are worse. What's up, Noad? Happy freedom to you. Totally care. Elon's a fair weather friend. I bet it's hard to be friend with powerful people because everybody's swinging so much weight around that if you cross them and they're used to being big-headed because they're in charge of so much, they all have that king, they're all wearing a crown. You cross them even unintentionally. All right, you say something, they take it as rude. Now they're plotting against you. You don't realize it. I bet it's hard to be friends with powerful people. What's up, Kirk Allen? Happy freedom to you. Russell, you old fart. I know. My dusty old ass. I want my senior citizen discount at Taco Bell. Anyways, moving forward here, like I said, defendant in Pearl Street attack pleads not guilty to federal hate crime charges. Once again, this is the Egyptian illegal that was throwing Molotov cocktails. He also caught himself on fire, but they don't show that in this video. Either way, he's pleading innocent because he wants to go to trial so bad, I guess. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
The El Paso County man accused of setting a group of peaceful protesters on fire in downtown Boulder this month pleaded not guilty to federal hate crime charges today in court. 45-year-old Mohammed Solomon is facing 12 federal hate crime charges. That's according to the U.S. Department of Justice. He's accused of throwing 2 Molotov cocktails at a group of protesters calling for the release of Israeli hostages being held in Gaza. 15 people and 1 dog were hurt in that incident. 8 of the hate crimes charges he faces are related to the victims. The other 4 charges directly relate to the weapons used. On top of these federal hate crime charges, Solomon is also facing 118 state charges. Federal investigators say Solomon was living in Cimarron Hills, but is from Egypt and had been living in the U.S. illegally. Shortly after the attack, ICE detained Solomon's wife and his 5 children. However, a federal judge granted a request to temporarily stop their deportations.
Okay, so like I said at the end there, they mentioned that his family was detained by ICE. I assume they're still in ICE custody, but they are not deported. I don't know that there's really protesters mad about this situation. We know with Mahmoud Khalil, everybody was all waiting to see what was going to happen. Now, obviously, Mahmoud Khalil was released because some district judge said that would be okay. He waited not even a whole 48 hours. He went back out there and started being an activist again, even though they claimed that he just wanted to go home and be a dad. That's not what he did. Now with this guy, I don't know what the hell he thinks he's going to do. Maybe they're just trying to get out of some of these charges because obviously he did it, right? Like we all saw it. There's so much video footage of this. There's even footage where they showed on the clip there where he's like negotiating with some bystander and stuff. Obviously he did the shit. But if he goes to trial, they have to analyze each charge, right? And he's facing 12 federal hate crime charges and 118 state charges. So that's a lot to go through. So when they go through trial, they're going to bring in witnesses, they're going to bring in victims if they're willing to go, and stuff like that. And they will have to prove that he actually did commit these crimes. Altogether, he's facing 130 charges. And so they might only be able to prove 20 of them. Like, who knows? They also, I don't know how they're going to sentence him, because they may sentence him, make him do 20 years here, and then deport his ass. So it's kind of hard to say how this is going to go, but obviously that's why he's pleading not guilty. It's not that he didn't do it. I think he's trying to unburden himself, not by what has been. You chill the fuck out there. I see you guys thinking at me. No, if he tries to get a plea deal, it's going to be high numbers. If he pleads guilty, you might as well just bend over and spread him, because 130 counts, of crime, he's going to be doing 400 years. And so I think his best bet, as far as like trying to survive trying to survive court, is to be going to trial, where they will have to prove that he did all 130 of those crimes. So we'll see how it goes. No matter what, he's getting fucked. It's all on camera. He's not getting out of it. He's not getting innocent. There's just no way. He's not getting innocent. But we'll see how it goes. Either way, next up, we got our Midlive break. Like I said, this is titled, "What Kind of Dog Is That?" And then we'll be getting back into the news with Habba being threatened by some piece of shit in Florida. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this Egyptian illegal that was throwing Molotov cocktails, and now he's pleading not guilty. What's up here, Juicer? Happy freedom to you. Yeah, guess your girlfriend's coming up next. Cadillacs dropping the infinite ducks. Zero, he needs to be deleted for hurting a dog. Yeah, I didn't even realize he hurt a dog until we covered that video there. Guess I heard one woman died from it today. She died today, or you heard it today? Here's 130 charges. What did I miss? We're talking about the Egyptian that threw the Molotov cocktails into the crowd, or the people who were protesting. I don't remember what they were protesting, but he's being hit with 12 federal hate crime charges and 118 state charges. And so, yeah, he's facing some time. He's going to get time one way or another. Guess it looks like I'm heading to Florida to fix the problem. They said they picked him up. And they claim that if you make threats against elected officials, they're going to come get you, which, that's accountability. You want to threaten people, you whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Don't be threatening people if you ain't, willing to back that shit up. But the thing I don't like about it, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, is one of the threats was saying 86. Now, when the ex-FBI director said 86 as in direction to President Trump, they were like, oh, well, this could be interpreted 16 ways and blah, blah, blah. But that was one of the things that was threatened against Alina Habba, and they're taking that seriously. Oh, okay. So if they say those numbers towards her, then it's a big deal. But if they say it to the President of the United States, well, come on, guys. You got to be open to interpretation. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Zero, send them to CCOT. That's right. That's right. If everybody thought they were going to CCOT, they'd chill the hell out. Zero, the cocktail guy, yeah, he should go to CCOT. Troutman, the woman that burned in Boulder, she died today. Damn, that was a while ago, too. That's a long time to suffer. That's terrible. Ghostlies, these illegals bring hell to us, and we do nothing. Yeah. Half the time you fight back, you go to jail. What's up, Dutton? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Betsy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Patriot Dad? Happy freedom. General Pop? Yeah, well, yeah. If he gets General Pop, he'll get smoked. What's up, Sage? Happy freedom to you. She was the woman that died was 82. Damn, that is terrible. What's up, Gio? Happy freedom to you. Glamour with the Trump dance. Gio. Oh, so they are. Yeah, that makes sense. That they would hit him with another murder charge. Kicks, where's the kitty? He is right there. He is sitting in a box. I'm going to snatch him up when I get a second. Kevin, they're going to cry about cyber attacks, then do an October 7th style attack while everything's down. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all, Kevin. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Oh, well, thank you, Betsy. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Guessum, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Guessum. Thank you so much. Says the Alina Habba Mention Fund. I will keep that in mind. Thank you, Guessum. Alina Habba's getting on the schedule the whole rest of the week. Meta, Elon could back someone else, an independent candidate. They could have a chance. That would be interesting because independents don't win usually. Like President Trump did I don't know if it's really a rally, but he did an event with independent voters to try and sway them to vote for him. And he was like, you can vote you can vote for me, or you can vote for Hyena Harris, or you could just get third place. It's up to you. He's like, that's how it goes. And pretty much smoked them right to their face. But if Elon was putting some doll hairs behind an independent candidate next primary, he could. He could really increase their chances. That is something to think about. Meta. What's up, EJ? Happy Freedom. Rich. Independent Day win, but they sure do mess with the elections. They do. And I wonder, with the Supreme Court ruling in Trump's favor about these district judges that are constantly standing in the way of the Trump agenda, now that that's not going to happen anymore, I really wonder if we're going to get the increased protection in our elections like President Trump wanted. No mail-in ballots after Election Day. I can't even remember what else there was. There was a bunch of little things that we all wanted. It doesn't have the election transparency like I want, because nobody talks about that but me. But all the other little precautions to try and straighten our election out, he was trying to make it happen. The judges were standing in the way. But like I said, SCOTUS just ruled it must have been Friday. They ruled on it. And so I wonder what's happening with all that stuff, how it's going to move forward. What's up, Goth? Happy Freedom. What's up, Teasel? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Dirk Diggler? Happy Freedom. Who got 4 years probation? Oh. Lost my sister in 21 by a drunk illegal. This needs to stop. He only got 4 years probation. Yeah, that's not right. That's not justice, Dirk. Not at all. What's up, Brenda? Happy Freedom. We're going to be covering the firefighters being ambushed in a little bit. We got a couple more videos before we get to that. What's up, Tex Vet? Happy Freedom. Polish, they said he's right-wing too. The shooter from today, they just don't stop. They just don't stop. Getting smoked here. All right, hooligans, like I said, we're going to be moving forward. Now, before we get into this mid-live funny video, I want to remind you, hooligans, that our friend Larry needs a kidney transplant. Now, as I've been saying, we did hear some good news. Larry updated us, said there is a potential match, but just in case, because I want everything to go smoothly, but just in case, if you think that there's a way that you can help Larry, I want you to click this link. I made him a page on the website, has all of his details, his info, everything. Larry needs our help, so please go click this link and go check everything out if there's any way you think you can help Larry. Like I said, he did get contacted about a potential match for this kidney transplant, but we want to keep this help rolling just in case. You know, you never know. Life is complicated. So definitely click this link because Larry could use our help. Now, like I said, we got a mid-live break here. Let me get this pulled up, and then we'll be getting back into the news. Not the nudes, the news, you hooligans. All right, this is titled, what kind of dog is that?
No te atravieso, mamacita. My mom. Digo, chiquito. Ya me conoce. No, Rocío.
Okay. That's Klaus Daniels if he was a squirrel, you know. Just saying. Anyways, getting back into the news. Like I said, Alina Habba being threatened. Florida man charged with threatening U.S. attorney. What an idiot. Now, I don't know if this guy is an illegal or not. His name is Salvador Rizito. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean he's illegal. But he is an idiot, I'll tell you that, threatening Alina Habba. What a piece of shit. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
You all set to go, folks? Yes. Good afternoon. My name is Greg Kehoe. I'm the U.S. Attorney for the Middle District of Florida. With me at the podium is Matt Fodor. He's a special agent in charge of the FBI for the Miami Field Division. This week, the Middle District of Florida grand jury indicted Salvador Rosotto for threats he made against the United States Attorney for the District of New Jersey, Alina Habba. The defendant was arrested this morning in Orlando in connection with that indictment. By way of background, on May 19, 2005, ex-user at Risotto Sal, who was later identified as the defendant, made a series of threatening posts on X social media platform, including, "How about 86 Alina Habba?" Keep in mind this took place shortly after the controversy in the media about the use of 86 and what 86 actually meant. The next, a slow, painful death for Habba. Eliminate Habba, 86 traitor. Death penalty for all traitors. I hope you die a painful death, to name just a few. Many of those threats are listed in the indictment, but frankly, at this press conference, they are much too vulgar to quote. An investigation by the FBI showed the defendant resided in Orlando and was using an IP address in Orlando. The FBI and the United States Marshal Service took immediate action to identify Risotto and ascertain that Risotto had in fact made the threats in response to perceived official actions by United States Attorney Habba. The two-count indictment that you have before you alleges that the defendant transmitted interstate threats to injure the victim, U.S. Attorney Habba, and that the defendant was retaliating against U.S. Attorney Habba, a federal law enforcement officer, by threats. The allegations in the indictment that I have summarized to your allegations, the defendant is, in this case, as in all cases, presumed innocent and until proven guilty. As an aside, make no mistake about it, and the word should go forth, that if you threaten to kill or injure any person in the Middle District of Florida, our office, in conjunction with the FBI, our other federal law enforcement officers, and state and local officers will partner together to identify, pursue, and federally prosecute you. You will be held accountable under the laws of the United States. We will stop you from threatening victims and from following through on those threats. Our highest priority is to keep our community safe. In this case, our law enforcement partners, FBI Tampa, FBI in Newark, where U.S. Attorney Habba resides, and the United States Marshal Service demonstrated that disrupting threats of violence is also a top priority in each one of their agencies. Threats of violence not only impact the victims, but they impact our entire society. And they impact the very fabric of our society. I want to take a moment to directly call out the harms that threatening federal officials have caused, including U.S. attorneys and their staff. And by just talking about the federal family, I don't mean to leave out state and locals, because our state and local partners receive threats on a routine basis. But in the federal level, in addition to U.S. Attorney Habba, the last month has seen the United States Attorney in the Northern District of New York threatened by a defendant wielding a knife and who was illegally in the country. Another man was recently arrested for sending threatening communications via email to the U.S. Attorney's office in North Dakota. The United States attorneys are not alone, and agents are not alone. Our office, in conjunction with our law enforcement partners, have prosecuted threats against the president, members of Congress, members of the judiciary, and law enforcement officers just for doing their jobs, and all in the last 6 months. According to a recent New York Times survey, 277 judges, almost a third of our federal judiciary, have been threatened in the last year. I say this to everyone. Our office stands with our federal partners and state and local law enforcement and are committed to combat these threats of violence. Many years ago, the former director of or Secretary General of the United Nations, and he was a Swedish diplomat. He was a very wise man. His name was Dag Hammarskjöld. He noted this: freedom from fear could be said to sum up the whole philosophy of human rights. People in our country have the right to live free of fear. No one should live in fear because of threats of violence. We will work aggressively to disrupt this criminal behavior. If you threaten another person with violence, you should expect that our office, with local law enforcement, federal and our state and local partners, will take you at your word, whether those threats are made in person, on a social media platform, in a letter, or otherwise.
Okay. Like I said, and he just goes on and on and on about, making threats and whatnot. Anyways, they were saying that the person that made the threats, his name is Salvador Risotto. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but whatever's whatever. He had made multiple threats against Alina Habba on X, but like I mentioned earlier, when they were saying 86, right, the ex-FBI director or whoever it was saying, 86 in direction of President Trump, he got to plead ignorance and say, oh no, I didn't know people thought that meant kill or death. I thought it meant impeach or whatever. They just let that slide. That was fine. Doesn't matter. And then everybody went out there and started doing it. All the liberals started typing those numbers on social media because it had been declared that that's okay. And then they did that against Alina Habba, and they went and arrested this fucking guy. I'm like, why is it okay if they say it to the president, but it's not okay if they say it to Alina Habba? Like, it's obviously not okay, right? Don't make threats against anybody, especially elected officials. But, why is it always okay if bad stuff happens to President Trump, but if the same thing happens to anybody else, well, everybody needs to be outraged? Like, that's not all right. That shit's not all right. Either way, at least they did go pick this guy up. I don't know what they're going to do about the other 800,000 liberals on the internet constantly making threats against everybody. And these are the weakest people in the country. Like, these are the people cutting their own dicks off, and they're making threats against everybody else. I mean, if we could make those punches in the face great again, they'd stop doing that shit. Either way, next up, authorities identify suspect in firefighter ambush. This is what everybody's been talking about all day. We got some details on it. I assume we'll have a follow-up video tomorrow when they get more information about it. This person started a fire with intentions of shooting the people who showed up. These firefighters showed up to put the fire out. Crazy stuff. Also, it's starting to cause a wildfire situation. They mentioned that the fire is now grown to where it's covering 26 acres of property. So not only did he shoot and kill some people, but now he's caused this fucking fire. What a piece of shit. Either way, it's coming up next, but first we're gonna hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Guess Some's girlfriend, Alina Habba. Guess 10-minute Alina Habba video with no pic of her. You're so fired. Yeah, I know. I know. Let me see what I can do. We gotta fix it. We gotta fix it. Let's see how she's doing today. There we go. We got something recent here. Best I could do on short notice. Right, we'll put her on the full screen there. Florida man indicted for online threats against, I can't even say it, Trump-era counsel Alina Habba in her little striped suit. Styling. You dress her nicely, Guess Some. Very nice. Zero. She's twice as big now. Trump made her overeat and overdrink. Who you talking about? You talking about Letitia James? Guess Some. I forgive you. Well, thanks, Guess Some. Winston, 86 is a restaurant barcode for out of or has been kicked out. Yeah, I remember we were talking about it when the incident first happened. But apparently they're taking it more seriously, considering they just arrested that guy as, the 86 towards her being a threat. What's up, Disco? Happy freedom. Electric Hammer. Just saw per the Post Millennial that the Idaho shooter used a shotgun, so something is fishy about that mess. Yeah, because they're calling him a sniper. You haven't seen anybody snipe with a shotgun, have you? That doesn't sound right. Somebody's wrong. Shroomish Comey used to work for the FBI, that's why he isn't getting charged. Rules for thee, not for me type shit. Yeah, Shroomish, you're right. Kevin, man, it's hotter than Snooks' side boob. It is hot. 'Tis hot today. Electric Hammer plebs have a different set of laws they have to follow. Yes, they do. Shouldn't be that way. What's up, Cricket Kiss? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. This guy looks like Agent 47 from the Hitman games. Yeah, he's been conditioned. What's up, Goth? Thank you for joining us over here on Rumble. Klaus Daniels, you coming to work today? Big Bodie. He just rolls over. That sounds badass, Stoner. You're gonna have to brag about it tomorrow during the live. Shroomish, he was saying stuff like she deserves death penalty and hope she... Yeah. So I see why they took it very serious. Yeah, Shroomish, I mean, yeah, he obviously made direct threats against Alina Habba, but I just thought it was interesting that they included that, considering they didn't take it as a big deal when it was said against Trump. Yeah, Meta, I'm gonna grab Klaus Daniels in a little bit here. What's up, Scratsy? Happy freedom. You can carry more than one firearm, surely. Well, the thing is, I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but they said they found the body with a gun. And so that would imply that that was the gun that he used shooting these firefighters. Brenda, freedom for Christopher Paul Cambrin, political prisoner. I can't remember, somebody was telling me about this stuff. I'll look into this after the live. What's up, John Chance? Happy freedom. If we can get someone convicted for the 86 thing, then we can prosecute more like Comey. Yeah, exactly. They need to figure out what they're going to do. Saying you're going to 86 somebody is either a threat or it is not. They need to figure that out. What's up, Drock? Happy freedom. Why you guys all typing? Are you guys fighting with Nightbot? Bummer. Guess he also lived in his car, according to the sheriff. The shooter did? You guys, we're gonna figure this out because this is coming up. Let's go ahead and get into the mess, and we'll see what all details you guys have uncovered. Like I said, this is authorities identify suspect in firefighter ambush. What I haven't heard is anyone say that this is MK Ultra or a government plant. We'll see how it's feeling after the video. Once again, authorities identify suspect in firefighter ambush. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
We have some breaking developments. Idaho authorities have identified the shooter accused of ambushing and killing those two firefighters in the mountains by Coeur d'Alene on Sunday. A third firefighter who was also shot is now fighting for his life after surgery. The local sheriff says they believe that the shooter, who was later found dead, set a brush fire to lure the crew to the site and then opened fire on them. Here's dispatch audio as the attack unfolded.
Some law enforcement right now, there's an active shooter zone. They're shot. BC3's down, BC1's down. Everybody's shot up here. Law enforcement, code 3 now up here.
CNN's Mark Morales is here now with breaking details on this. Mark, what are you learning about the suspect?
Well, Brianna, we now know who law enforcement thinks did this shooting, and they've identified Wes Raleigh, 20 years old. He's from the Idaho area. And as you know, the identification in this kind of a situation is very, very important, because now investigators can take that full court press and really try to figure out what the motive here was. They could do search warrants on his home or places of business, or they could even talk to loved ones, people that he knew, anything that can help them really dig into why he did this. Now, law enforcement was able to trace his cell phone signal, and that's how they were able to pinpoint exactly where he was on the mountain. But just as important was that initial 911 call. That's how first responders were able to learn not just a treasure trove of information, but that they were walking into a hornet's nest. Take a listen.
We've got 2 unresponsive battalion chiefs, gunshot wounds, multiple gunshot wounds. 2 Coeur d'Alene firefighters are down. We need law enforcement to get up here. We could possibly get the 2 wounded out. I'm pinned down behind Battalion 1's rig. It's clear to me that this fire was set intentionally to draw.
Now, Raleigh was found dead with a firearm near him, and we're still waiting for more details on this. But as we know, investigators and law enforcement are really pushing to figure out what happened here. Brianna?
Have they gotten a hold on that brush fire that they say he set, Mark?
Well, that's a really interesting part of this whole situation as well, because that fire increased to 26 acres overnight. And when you think back to how this all started with Raleigh setting this fire, first responders can't put that fire out because they're being shot at. So it was in those initial moments that this fire probably could have been contained by now, but now at this point has reached and really, as we've seen, gone up to about 26 acres. And that's also an issue because, remember, because of this shooting, it's a crime scene. So investigators were having to pick up evidence as quickly as possible because there was a fire all around them. This fire is a significant issue, and if they weren't being shot at, who knows how quickly they could have put this under control. Brianna?
Yeah, certainly. Mark Morales, thank you for the very latest on that.
An investigator.
Okay, so I don't know why, but the video like cuts halfway through and then they just repeat everything there he said. But I was just tagged in a video over on X. I think it was Electric Hammer that tagged me in it. I'm so glad I didn't have my damn screen up. First thing that shows on X is a gay pride thing. It's just wieners across the damn screen. What a way to get banned. Nah, that is messed up. Fuck you, X, you piece of shit. Anyways, like I said, Electric Hammer, I believe, was the one that tagged me in this video. This has to do with the shooter situation. This is by the Post Millennial. It's titled "This." Come on now. The suspect in the shooting of Idaho firefighters used a shotgun. So we're going to get this extra little bit of information here, and then we're going to hop in the chat. Hit that like button if you have it, and let's get into this. It's quick. It's like a minute.
Sheriff, can you describe the weapon that you found next to it?
It appears right now we have a shotgun that was used, but we're still processing the scene.
So obviously a shotgun is not a sniper weapon.
Correct.
Do you know what kind of weapon that was?
Well, we're still processing the scene, but let me kind of set the scene for everybody. When you're in a rural area and you're heavily treed, heavily brushed, and when you're taking fire, then it just adds a whole different dynamic to the situation. So what was reported by people on scene, by peace officers on scene, that they believed they were taking sniper fire, yes. And that's where that is. Late in the black.
Okay, so we all just watched that together because I had no idea what was going to be in that. But anyways, it's kind of confusing when you hear it that way, when they're saying, well, yeah, they said they were taking sniper fire from a shotgun. Normally when you think it's sniper, you're thinking like single action rifle. You're not usually thinking like a shotgun. I see a lot of people in the chat talking about shooting slugs. You can shoot slugs accurately with a shotgun. I believe if you're using a 12 gauge, that's the equivalent of a 50 caliber round going down range. You know, like sniping could be just distance. Person was out of sight while shooting. Could be a sniper situation. So I don't know. It's very weird. They don't talk at all about why he did this. Why would anybody do that? Why would you start a fire, wait for first responders and firefighters to show up, and then start offing them, right? Like, you got to have some real stuff going on in your noggin to send you over the edge like that. This person was preying on public service, which is no good. That is no good. These people are heroes, right? And he decided to prey on those people. He could have went down to the south side and just did bad things to bad people over in the alleyway, you know, smoking crack and that kind of shit. But no, he wanted to go after heroes, which is wrong. It's all wrong. Killing's wrong, if I have to fucking say that. Jesus. Anyways, next up, Sonoma Cartel, or however you say that shit, hacked FBI officials' phones to hunt down and kill informants. This is some crazy sauce coming up. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this asshole in Idaho that was shooting at first responders. Once again, they believe it was one shooter, 20-year-old Wes Rowley. He started the fire intentionally and ambushed those firefighters as they showed up, and then the fire just ended up growing to take over 26 acres of property set on fire, all because he did that, all because he wanted to do bad things to first responders and firefighters. You know, terrible person. Either way, hopping in the chat. Russell, shoot camel spiders, not slugs. I mean, camel spiders, grody. I'm glad I've never had to deal with that shit. I don't even like regular wolf spiders is what gets me. If it's smaller than a wolf spider, I'm all right. Cadillac, same BS as Crooks. Yep, sounds just like it. Snooks, as he was only 20, that's a lot of anger for his age. I don't know. I don't know how everybody is. I've never been as angry as I was when I was like 15, 16, 17, 18, like right in there. That was when I was maddest at the world, because you don't have a whole lot of control over your life. You're like young, you're poor, you can't afford anything. Everyone around you is telling you that you're going to die that way, poor and needing things you won't ever get. I've never been as angry as I was when I was that age. And I don't think I have enough energy in me to ever be that angry again. I think life has exhausted me. I don't ever think I could be as angry as I was when I was a mad 20-year-old. And so, yeah, I mean, he was off his rocker. He staged an event where he could murder people. If he could have held on a little longer, life gets a little better. But he screwed it all up. The other thing I think is weird is they said they found his body and they found the gun, but they never actually declared that he shot himself. They didn't say he, died from gunshot wound or firefighters responded with personal sidearms. Like, they didn't say any of that. They were like, we found the body, we found the gun. Well, at least with the Trump sniper, we know that he got shot in the face by a sniper team. With this guy, they don't actually declare how he died. Zero probably turned down for a firefighter job. Could be. I mean, that sounds like, definitely could be a reason. Russell, shotgun is not a sniper rifle. Yeah, very true. Hair juicer, Idaho area? Yeah, he was from Earth. Yeah, exactly. He's within the state limits. Yeah, okay. Guess I'm show the wiener pics. No, we're not doing that. Gay wieners all across the screen parading. It was too much. Snugs. In my parents' house in my teens, I wasn't allowed to have anger. Yeah, we used to fist fight with our parents and shit. I remember watching my sister get punched right in the fucking teeth by my mom and it knocked her straight the fuck out. Right in the living room. I was sitting there eating dinner and they were going back and forth. My sister's like, yeah, you're a bitch. And my mom was like, popped her right in the fucking mouth, knocked her straight the fuck out. It was like 15, 16 years old. Every day, waking up to hearing my siblings get whooped to death with a fucking belt, screaming for help and shit. I grew up like that. I know what it's like to be angry. So, Pager Dad, happy freedom. Disco, okay, he shot himself with that shotgun. You would definitely know. Yeah, definitely. If he took the Kurt Cobain treatment, you would know. But they didn't say that, though. They weren't like, he blew his head for 20 yards. Like, there was pieces of brain matter for like a 15-foot radius. Like, they didn't say any of that. They're just like, he died. Screaming Eagle, discipline. That's right. That's right, discipline. Self-control is a superpower, and not everybody can obtain it. Betsy, I'm suspicious of an Amazon van in Arlington they said caught on fire. Interesting. I haven't heard anything about that, but I'm going to look it up. You guys remember when the RVs were blowing up? You guys remember that? It took out like 2 blocks in Nashville or some shit on Christmas Day. They never talk about that shit. They don't ever talk about that, but that's the first thing I thought of when you brought that up. Betsy, it happened yesterday. I'm going to look it up after the live. Ghostly, just the feds using terror and fear to control nothing. To control nothing to see here. Keep it moving. Yeah. Kevin, we got wolf spiders here, but they're different than the ones on the mainland. We got brown ones and black fuzzy ones with a yellow stripe. Interesting. I've never seen the black and yellow ones. We got brown ones with black stripes here. Betsy, I heard he was a troubled guy for many years. Yeah, definitely could be. What's up, dear Mr. President? Happy freedom to you. Mystery on how he died. Yeah, they don't actually declare it. They imply, and we can assume he died from the hands of his own gun, but they don't actually say it. Cass, yeah, no shit. They didn't release anything on how he was shot. Yeah, and that's kind of suspicious to me. Marsh, picture of the kid looks like a shapeshifter issue. Yeah, I'm assuming so. Screaming Eagle, leave those crackheads alone. They have enough problems. I mean, yeah, but he took it out on the firefighters. Like, that's no good. That is no good. Dear Mr. President, did they identify as the shooter? Oh, did they identify the shooter? They did. I thought you were joking about him being a shapeshifter. Oh, it's okay, Cass. It's okay. I wasn't saying that for like a poor me thing. I was just saying I can relate. I know what it's like to eat shit as a young lad. Guess the last presser I watched, the sheriff said it was a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Thank you for letting me know, guess Zero, and there was a warning given before it blew up in Nashville. Yeah, I was playing like a message or whatever really loud. Disco, I always see the black and yellow ones outside in the garden and in the woods. I don't want to Google it. I don't want to Google those wolf spiders. I believe you guys. I'm just gonna use my imagination. I'm not gonna Google it. I don't like spiders. Scratsy, he was a Earth human of interest that died somehow. Good to know. Yeah, exactly. On to other news. Like, that's basically what happened. What's up, guess who? Happy freedom. We got 4th of July wieners early. Yeah, we did. Sorry I didn't share it with you guys. That was a lot. It was a lot to look at. I'm pretty sure Guessum was in the crowd. I'm not 100%. I was like, I recognize that wiener. Drock, aren't they all troubled guys for many years? Yeah, and then they were also always on the FBI watch list. What's up, DB Cooper? Happy freedom. Drock, anger is a gift if you can control it. Guess I'm not reading that aloud because it ain't Saturday. Either way, we're moving forward here. Like I said, Sinola, I don't know. This cartel in Mexico that fucking sucks. They hacked FBI officials' phones to hunt down and kill informants. It's coming up next, but first I want to remind you, hooligans, if you guys have children in your life, I want you to check out this book titled The Big Beaver Protest. It is the second book in the Orange Eagle series, and it was written by the same author that created A Dog Named Cappy. Also, if you're feeling creative, try MAGA Memes. It's a coloring book for deplorables. If you hooligans do purchase these books, please make sure to leave reviews on Amazon, and also follow them on their X page as a way to stay up to date and to help them grow. I'm going to drop these links really quick and we'll get back into the news. This is the MAGA Memes coloring book, which has a hooligan page in it. It has a lot of pages. It's a huge coloring book. You should definitely check it out. I'll show you guys in a second because I got these books sitting right next to me. Get these links in. Like I said, that's the MAGA Memes book. Grab the Big Beaver protest here. Now, I read this book to the Hooligans 2 weeks ago. It's a pretty good book, and like I've told you guys, it was inspired by the Canadian convoy. So now you got like a little history there. It's good stuff. It is a kid's book, by the way, if you didn't hear me in the beginning, so keep that in mind. And then this link right here is to take you to Lee Linda Books X page, obviously over on X, to go follow them and stay up to date with new books as well as helping them grow. So definitely go click all those links. I'm going to show you guys the books here in just a moment. All right. Like I said, look at this. Look at this. This is the MAGA Memes coloring book. I don't know where we're going to flip to, but either way, all kinds of good stuff in here. Once again, MAGA Memes coloring book for deplorables. And then we got the Big Beaver protest here. Show you guys a little bit of the inside. Right. I don't want to ruin the book for you. There's all kinds of good stuff in here. Like I said, that book was inspired by the Canadian convoy, so definitely go check them out. Getting back in the news, like I said, Sinaloa Cartel hacked FBI officials' phone to hunt down and kill informants. Now, are they going to do anything about this? Probably fucking not. But at least we know that what the cartel is up to. Either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Turning to this story, the Sinaloa cartel using cell phone data and surveillance cameras to find and kill FBI informants. This is according to a new audit released by the U.S. Justice Department. The audit saying a hacker hired by the cartel accessed FBI special agent call logs and Mexico City's camera system and used that information to identify persons of interest for the cartel. The cartel then intimidated and in some cases killed those individuals. News Nation's Mills Hayes joining us live to break this down. Mills, what are we learning about this?
Hi, Natasha. Well, one of the largest, most dangerous cartels, the Sinaloa cartel, was able to hack into an FBI official's phone records and use surveillance cameras in Mexico City to help track and kill FBI informants. A new DOJ report this week detailed how the Mexican criminal enterprise hired a hacker in 2018 to track people coming in and out of the U.S. Embassy as investigators were working their case against notorious cartel boss El Chapo. The hacker was able to breach Mexico City's phone data and camera system to track an FBI official who they then followed and identified informants that the FBI agent met with. The cartel then used that information to intimidate and in some instances kill potential sources or cooperating witnesses. The cartel's leader, El Chapo, is now behind bars in Colorado, but U.S. still offering $10 million for information leading to the capture of two of El Chapo's sons who are accused of rebuilding their father's international drug empire. And while the FBI says that they are working on a strategic plan to address some of the Inspector General's concerns, recent technological advances have made it easier than ever for criminal enterprises to identify and exploit vulnerabilities, according to the report, something that's a big concern for our national security, Natasha.
Yeah, certainly. And Mills, we're hearing it's not just the Sinaloa cartel. On federal authorities' radars, a top Tren de Aragua gang member has also now made the notorious top 10 list. What are you tracking there?
Right. Well, our viewers have definitely heard about the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua and their presence here in the U.S., now in all 50 U.S. states. Now, 3 federal agencies are targeting one of their leaders who is on the run, the FBI placing him on the 10 most wanted list, describing him as a senior leader in Tren de Aragua. The State Department now offering a $3 million reward for information leading to the capture of Giovanni Vicente Mascara Serrano. The DOJ has charged Mascara with drug offenses and terrorism-related crimes. The Treasury Department is cutting him off from any illicit money or property that he may be keeping in the U.S., even warning financial institutions and other third parties that they could face civil or criminal penalties for doing business with the crime boss. And Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent saying, quote, TDA remains focused on terrorizing our communities and facilitating the flow of illicit narcotics into our country, relying on key leaders like Mascara Serrano to finance and oversee their violent operations. TDA was designated a foreign terrorist organization by the U.S. government this past February, alleging that the group engages in drug trafficking, human smuggling, extortion, money laundering, and also the sexual exploitation of women and children, Natasha.
All right, Mills Hayes with that live report tonight. Thank you.
Okay. Cartel out here doing cartel things while we just let that stuff happen. I can't remember if Mexico gave us the green light or not, but we have everything we need to go after the cartel. I don't know why we don't. Like, they play military, but they don't want to actually be met with force of our military. So I don't understand why we allow them to do the things they do. You know, we had just covered a story not that long ago about how they've weaponized drones, and they'll fly drones over border patrol officers or other cartels or whatever and drop bombs from drones. And, you know, then you got this stuff. They're using hackers to find information, to track people, and then smoke them. And it's like, so what are we doing again? Like, how are we preventing this? It sucks dealing with the cartel. Thankfully, I don't live near the border, so I don't deal with that shit. But it sucks that it feels like they just let the cartel do whatever they want. And it's very much the same way with the cyber criminals. People are constantly being attacked by cyber criminals. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember when my identity was stolen by cyber criminals on April Fool's Day, like 2-3 years ago. It was terrible. Every day since then, I still get contacted by those cyber criminals. They either write me emails directly with all of my personal information on it, or they try to access my accounts and I get like password notifications and stuff like that. It is terrible. And nobody does anything about it. Like the swatting, no one does anything about that. So you got the cartel, you got cyber criminals, you got them using technology to hurt people, and now the cartel has grouped up with cyber criminals to continue to, you know, wreak havoc, and nobody's doing anything about it. You know, that's why we're always talking about, like, be prepared, right? Keep an open mind, stay armed, be proficient with your firearm, be safe with your firearm, never leave the house without it. It's not because we want people acting crazy, but when crazy people come around in your direction, we want you to be safe. Like, you have to be able to protect yourself. Nobody's coming to save us. Not at all. We are all we got. And they prove that every day. Every time we cover a story like this, people are getting fucked over by the cartel. Anyways, like, no, that is not good. That is not good. There was no answer to that. They were like, they're doing this terrible stuff, hunting down informants and murdering them. Anyways, it just goes on to something else. It's like, that's not good enough. That is not good enough. There needs to be consequences for those kinds of actions. We know where the cartel is. We covered a video where the cartel was sitting on this little sand island just outside the border in the Rio Grande. They're doing human trafficking and drug smuggling, and they're like, yeah, that little shack right there that's got the gang letters on the side, they're doing all this bad stuff there, and we just watch them. Like, how does that make America great again? How does that make us safe? It doesn't. Glass that place. Like, I don't get it. They're declared terrorists, you know? So I don't know why we allow them to function at all. I would think that we'd be making examples out of these people. Either way, getting to the last little bit of the news before we get into the fun stuff. This is the equivalence of Lefty's losing it, but I think Rita has the day off. So this is titled Unhinged Lefty Goes on Expletive-Laden Rant About Birthright Citizenship Ruling. Now, this will be a plethora of lefties losing their marbles, so don't you worry. It's just Rita's not here today. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about the cartel hunting down and smoking informants. Russell, I'm more into TNA and not TDA. That's right. That's right. Zero, cyber criminal sold his soul. Yeah. Yep, doing business with the cartel. It's no good. It's just like any other, like, organized crime. You get involved in that stuff, you think it's just one transaction. It's not. It's not. You'll be stuck to those people for life. The problems you don't want. Yeah, Cass, I don't know why our government doesn't. You know, peace through strength and all that. Do something with the cartel. That's definitely a show of strength for the cause of peace. Screaming Eagle cartels moving ops to Canada. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. They don't talk about people being smuggled through the northern border, but it happens. And I think it's also done by, if not the same cartel, it's some different cartel. I guess they got triads in Canada, but we never hear anything about that stuff. Cass, we the people want accountability and justice. Absolutely. Oh, I appreciate you, Kevin. No ad, the cartel probably got all that tech from the Biden admin. You are probably right. Welcome back, Glamour. Told to care examples need to be made. I'm just saying. It just doesn't make sense to me when they talk about Biden cherishing the illegals coming across the border and they can do whatever they want. Nobody will do anything about it, and we're not going to live like that anymore. And then we turn around and give the cartel special treatment. They're not just smoking Americans, but they're smoking Americans that decided to be informants for the FBI. They were going to narc for the government. And the government's like, oh no, they're killing all of our narcs. Oh well. Like, holy crap. Not good. That is not good. Screaming Eagle, they don't really want us Marines coming down there. Yeah, Screaming Eagle. That's what I mean. The cartel, they don't want those problems. They think they want those problems. They dress up and play G.I. Joe and all that shit. But until they really become the mission, they don't want those problems. They just think they do. They must be on that fentanyl. Some of the stuff I can't read out loud. Disco, their whole cartel game is an Apache helicopter squadron away from being out of business. Absolutely. And any day of the week. It could happen in the middle of the night. Just like they did with Iran. And be like, you hear a loud sound and then all of a sudden the enemy doesn't exist anymore. And tomorrow we have Caroline Levitt come out and go, good news, guys. Cartel no longer stands against us because they don't exist. What's up, Emotional? Happy freedom to you. Scratsy, Lefty's losing. It must be a day that ends in Y. Yeah, exactly. There's no shortage of these Lefty videos. I know that. Yeah, guess who? X is a exotic place. I will say that. What's up, HG? Happy freedom to you. If it's let's see. Is it true if the big beautiful bill passes, the Medicaid will get cut? They're saying that, but there's a lot of may, could, might. They're saying it may get cut. It could cut 8.7 million people from Medicaid. It might happen. They just keep saying that. And unless we can actually read the big beautiful bill, I can't guarantee anything. We covered a story talking about it because it was in the news, and it wasn't necessarily a bunch of lefties pushing agenda on us, but it was kind of flimsy news. Like I said, there was a bunch of may, could, might in there. And so I'm not saying let's make decisions right now before the bill does or does not get passed, but potentially there could be cuts to Medicaid. A lot of people think that it's the illegals being cut off and that it's blue team pushing it, like Americans are going to miss out. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say until it happens or doesn't happen. But they also came out and said that there was going to be some government restriction at a federal level about AI. That states won't have the authority to govern AI for 10 years or something like that. And that's a big problem. And Marjorie Taylor Greene brought a lot of awareness to it, and we covered that. That seems to be factual. This Medicaid stuff, I can't tell if it's semantics or not. I'm not able to tell. And like we covered today, Elon's not for the big beautiful bill either. So it's something you got to go look up and read, and there's going to be a shit ton of reading. There's probably not going to be videos on it. You're going to have to actually look at documents. But like I said, I don't think, unless you talk to a senator or something like that, I don't think there's any way to really know what's going to happen with it. Supposedly, it's going to increase the national debt by $2 trillion or some shit. And they were saying that they were cutting some of this Medicaid as a way to keep the numbers down because everything else was going to increase the debt. So cutting Medicaid was going to bring that debt down, which isn't, necessarily a good idea, but like a lot of people are probably typing in the chat right now, it's the illegals being cut off of the healthcare that they should have never received. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't have enough information to give you a solid answer, and I don't want to mislead any of you guys. I'm just telling you what I've gathered. You've seen what I've gathered. We've shown it on the live, and I'm telling you what I think, and that's all I got. What's up, Cordray? Happy freedom to you. Cheeky chops, I'm illegal. Don't say that. You know the Fed boys are in the chat. MW, it's Medicaid illegals are on and people who are on welfare that can work. Yeah, it definitely could be. I don't know. I haven't seen enough details to know. So I don't know. Like I said, I just gave you genuinely giving you all I got. What's up, Mark? Happy freedom to you. Just like the drug companies, they don't profit off of the cure to the cartels. It's true, Mark. That's true. Solving problems doesn't make money. What's up, Anti-Dusty? Happy freedom. Deep State, I don't know what that word is. Deep State something are conducting psychological warfare on your planet. You are right. You are so right. Corey Luca, Big Gretch don't like you. I know. You ain't even got to tell me. You just throw it in my face like that. I already know. What's up, Salty Ragu? Happy freedom. What's up, Jay? Happy freedom to you. Jay, the AI part is because of all the regulations holding us back and letting China get the upper hand in the long run, which we can't have. Yeah. And they were talking about amending the big beautiful bill, but I don't know if any of that actually happened. What's up, Kilgore? Happy freedom. Teasel Optics. Yep. Oh, well, thank you, Snooks. I forgot that I actually changed that. I don't even know what it looks like, really. Yeah, I did update aesthetics on the Discord a little bit. I don't know much about this stuff. I need to watch a video and learn more about Discord because I never pay attention to the new features. What's up, Live Review? Happy freedom to you. Trump is basing off the growth of the tariff should surpass over the debt. Yeah, and I think that's what the reassurance was at the end of that video there that was talking about Elon bashing the big beautiful bill, and then he turned around and said that President Trump was kind of reassuring Republicans like, hey, your vote's about to be up. You should go ahead and pass this through because of the money we're going to make from other countries is going to fix these financial worries. And so, yeah, he is out there trying to ease everyone's mind. So, we'll see how it goes. Either way, let's get in this last little bit of the news. Like I said, we got fun stuff coming up next. This is the equivalence of Lefty's losing it, but I'm pretty sure Rita's got the day off. This is titled Unhinged Lefty Goes on Expletive-Laden Rant About Birthright Citizenship Ruling. And of course, it's going to be a plethora of lefties losing their marbles. And if YouTube would do the thing, get your fucking knife hand here. All right, anyways, let's get it rolling. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Now it's time for Lefties Losing It. And the lefties in the US are absolutely feral about a recent Supreme Court ruling in the birthright citizenship case. This explosive-ridden rant sums up the compassionate left perfectly. Please excuse all the bleeping.
All I gotta say is we're so Constitution. We don't have a Constitution anymore. No it. I mean, what the the Supreme Court, Trump, all this, States of America, 1776, 4th of July, all of it. Whatever we even fought for, all of this and MAGA.
What a compelling argument, but at least that lady is just an ordinary citizen. This next video is a Democrat congresswoman who is holding a series of shadow hearings while on the immigration subcommittee. Check this out.
We have been trying to shine a light on the immigration subcommittee. We're in the minority, obviously, so we can't do official hearings, but I've started doing a series of shadow hearings to shine a light on all of the ways that the government is attacking immigrants and the legal immigration system. The first one was on third country deportations. The whole series is called Kidnapped and Disappeared.
What a shocker. But I think a lot of this could be sorted out with better education and information. But the polar opposite of this.
Did you know that the term good morning was originated when our ancestors were being held as captives during so-called slavery? Slave owners, after spending all night torturing, murdering, and kidnapping their loved ones, would greet them at sunrise with, "Did you have a good morning?" That was their way of mocking us because they knew that we had just spent all night crying and mourning the loss of our loved ones.
And as time goes by and the world becomes increasingly bonkers, I really understand people who choose to homeschool their kids.
So parents can now pull their kids from lessons that have LGBTQ components. All right. You know, as a teacher, I don't give a because I'll just give them an assignment that basically covers like America descending into fascism or hypocrisy, and I'll use Trump and the Republicans for that. Like, I don't care. I'll go after them anyway. I'll just give them a lesson that hits even harder.
But don't worry, there's apparently a coup coming.
Our base has a lot of activity. There have been 4 Black Hawk helicopters, several jets, and several C-4s full of equipment taking off today. I'm hoping that today is the day. However, it may be tomorrow, but it looks like they're moving very quickly and they're taking this seriously. So be on the lookout. I will update you as soon as I can. Insider said it is time for us to initiate. Okay, so let's do this, guys. Let's do it.
For the love of baby Jesus, send the asteroid. Joining me now is Newsweek's...
Holy, for the love of baby Jesus, send the asteroid. Nah, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. It'll be fine. Remember, these are the people who are scared of guns. The people who claim that there's violence against their kind and this, that, and the other. They cut their own dicks off. Nah, let's not smoke the whole planet just because of these fucking weirdos. Everybody, the day everyone's tired of it, well, the options are available. You know, we'll say it like that. Either way, like I said, that is the last little bit of the news. We got the fun stuff coming up. We got an unboxing we're going to do. I'm excited to see who sent me what. Then we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent calendar sent to us by Zero. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. Both of them were provided by Stoner. First one's titled Getting Smoked by Bigfoot. And our official funny video of the day is today's patriotic message. All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about the lefties losing it. It's badass, Salty Ragu. It's looking good. I know I need to drive down there so I can get tatted up. I got to figure out what I want. And I need money. You know, there's always the money thing. That's always difficult. You guys getting all excited? I wonder what it is. I wonder what it is. And I wonder who sent it to me. It was Klaus Daniels. And it was just cat turds. No, we'll see. Glamour. Money. No, it's not money. I need money for tattoos. And like living and stuff, you know. Listen, I want the asteroid too. I don't know. I don't know. It's that FOMO, you know, that fear of missing out. That's what keeps it. No, I shouldn't say that. That's so depressing. That's what keeps us here waking up every day. The fear of missing out of what may happen tomorrow. It's terrible. Jesus, Russell, I'm not reading that out loud. Like, not at all. Glamour, money for me. Yep, money for you. Betsy, no tats. It's too late. It's too late. I need more tats so my tats don't get lonely. That's what it is. I had promised everybody I won't tat my face, though. I want everything but this tatted. We'll see how it goes. I don't have money for that shit now. But one day, you know, I'm going to hit the lottery. Even though I don't play the lottery. Klaus is going to hit the lottery. And then we're going to have money for tattoos. Everybody's getting a tattoo. We got a couple hooligans that got hooligan tattoos. Hair Juicer, Edward. There's a few people that got the hooligan badge. I think Edward and Here Juicer both got hooligans across their knuckles. You guys are so cool. Bill Clay, you mean no Mike Tyson tattoo? Nah. I promised everybody I wouldn't do no face tattoos. No face tattoos. I got everything else planned out though. And no sensitive region tattoos. Is that good enough? Do you guys understand that labeling? I'm not tattooing my wiener, so I want you guys to stop asking me to tattoo my wiener. I'm not doing that. My dick purse, I'm not doing that. I'm not tatting it. Salty Ragu, you get a tattoo and you get a tattoo. Yep, and Salty Ragu's gonna do it. Salty Ragu's gonna tattoo us all up. He's gonna be wealthy from this. Deb, how about a hooligan dress? You mean like in the merch store? I'm not wearing a hooligan dress. I'm just gonna say that out loud. I appreciate your confidence in me, but we will come out with a hooligan dress. Oh my God, Glamour, I am not reading that out loud. Oh my God. I couldn't fit it all on there, Glamour. I just couldn't. I couldn't write the whole thing out. We'd have to abbreviate it. A Screaming Eagle, a tramp stamp? What about a Trump stamp? Let's make it real fun. Turbo, I don't recommend it, to be honest. Yeah, no, I don't want any face tats. It'd probably feel cool in the moment, and then when you get those weird looks at Walmart that I get without face tats, I'll start blaming the face tats. I don't need that. I don't need that. Kung Fu, ooh, Christmas. It's like Christmas. Kevin, can we name the asteroid? We are absolutely going to name the asteroid. If we survive World War III, we're going to name the flash in the sky that happens at 4 a.m. Because, we're hooligans and we do fun stuff like that. Sage, don't want that dude around your kid. Yeah, the teacher. Yeah. Stoner, fuck those haters all day. All day long. They can die angry. What's up, 8Co? Happy freedom to you. J-Dog, I will give you the info here in just a second. What is that, Get Some? That better be a female booty in my chat, damn it. It distracted me. I'm trying to do... I don't even know what I was doing anymore. That's Get Some's booty. I can tell. Let me see. J-Dog. If you go to that link right there, I'll have the info for the P.O. box. I don't like to put it directly in the chat because Fed Boys and stuff, but that'll take you to the link, or take you to the P.O. box address. Just let me know if you decide to send stuff to the P.O. box, because like I tell you guys all the time, if it sits there more than like 3 or 4 days, they will try and ship it back to you. And I don't get a notification. They don't let me call, and Roxanne's a piece of shit who handles everything at the post office. So just send me an email or write me on Discord or whatever, and I'll make sure to go down there and get it. Betsy, I hope that teacher's been fired. It depends where they're at, because like in places like Portland, they celebrate that kind of behavior. Kevin, get your face tattooed on the back of your head. No, I'm not going to do that. When the riots were going on, it was 2020 and we were in lockdowns and stuff. Me and my buddy were going to get the American flag tattooed on the back of our head in black. Like just black outline of the flag. We didn't end up going and doing that because the damn tattoo places were closed down. But that almost happened. Matt, a tattoo the wiener? Ouch. Who does that? What do they put on their junk? Snake. Yeah, snake. That's a good one. Ha! They should you get a turtle head tattooed. That's probably the best one. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that. What's up, Miss Gen X? Happy freedom to you. People in Michigan win the Powerball all the time. You need to play. I know I can't win if I don't play. But when I lose, because I lose all the time, even if I go to casinos and stuff, I just lose. I am a loser when it comes to gambling. But I can't win if I don't play, so I don't know. What's up, Jim? Happy freedom? Jim, I modeled kitchen aprons for her online store. Talking about your wife. That's cool, Jim. Yeah, see, a lot of people have asked how come I'm not modeling the merch on the merch store. One day we'll do that stuff. Camo, what if someone donates 1,000 doll hairs to tattoo hooligan on your forehead? Nah, not doing it. I've fought over donations and stuff. So, I mean, if they want to, you know, try and take it back, then whatever's whatever. But no, I can't tattoo my face. We got $30 towards getting the hooligan badge. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to get it. It's going to cost more than $30, but we got $30 towards it already. I was thinking about putting it on the back of one of my hands. I already got master on this hand, so I don't know if we're going to put it on this hand, but I was thinking maybe the back of this hand we'll put hooligan. But I also thought about maybe putting the hooligan badge on my shoulder and spell out hooligan next to it. So across like my shoulders here it would say that, but we'll see. What's up, Tata? Happy freedom to you. Miss Jennings, we got a bot in the chat? Who? Oh, Nightbot. That's a different kind of bot. That's a little helper bot. Agent O Hot Rod Flames? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not that kind of white. I'm not sure. Thank you guys for sharing the stream. I'm not sure who just shared out the live over on X because of the way they handle things. But thank you guys so much for sharing out the live. The butt cheeks. Whose butt cheeks are these? Guess you're going to have people all upset in the chat. Shumish, don't be so hard on yourself. You're not a loser. I am when I go to the damn casino. Buy scratch-offs and stuff like that. Kevin, I'll give you $5.37 if you can dig half a hole. I'll dig a hole for $5. Why not? Why not? Put me to work. Kevin, go play bingo. I can't. I am Cougar treats all damn day. I walk up in there and them old ladies, they'd be throwing their panties at me and stuff. I can't play bingo. I'd have to like wear a mask and shit. It's always been that way. It's like that when I go to the casino. It's like them bitches see like they know me. I walk by and they're all like, oh, waving at me and shit. It's like, damn, what the fuck? I'm cougar bait. Been that way for a while. I have to tell them I'm a manther. I'm a little bit too old for you. I'm 36. Shroomish back piece is gonna be pricey and more painful. Yeah, I have a whole like back thing all planned out. It's gonna cost too much money. Guess not mine. Mine wouldn't fit in one PNG. I don't know. Guess it looks like yours. All right, hooligans, we're gonna go ahead and get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we got an unboxing and we're gonna be opening today's door of the advent calendar sent to us by Zero. So let's see what we got. I don't know what this is gonna take to open. The mailman opened it a little bit on his own. I don't know why he can't mind his own business, but you know, whatever. How do I open this? There we go. Getting started here. Probably trashing the mic. What do we get? We got something. I want to know who sent it to me. Klaus, I got you a bag, bud. That's for you. It does not say who sent this to me, but what I got, I think, is the complete series of Prison Break. You guys were telling me to get this because I've never seen Prison Break. You guys were telling me it was good, so I put it on the wish list. Yeah, the complete series of Prison Break. So badass. We have to figure out who sent this to me because I know this wasn't cheap. We got to figure it out. Thank you, whoever you are, until we figure it out. I'm so excited about this. Holy. Like I said, we're going to open today's door of the advent calendar sent to us by Zero. Let's figure out what we get today. Today is day 17. Getting through it here. Let's see what we get. And then, of course, we'll be reading through the chat, figure out who sent me the last stuff. Klaus Daniels, you need to get up. You're being lazy. I didn't raise you like that. We got a party pack. It's looking like. Got a nice little fun pack here. Let's see what we get. Oh. You're getting snatched up. Yeah, whether you like it or not. No, don't turn away from me. Grounded. Fucking grounded. Mm-hmm. Let's see what we get today. Okay, so we got 3 cards, and we did get a rare. Cool. I'll show you guys what we got. Got a drill burr. I think we got one of these guys before, but it's okay. And then we got Reller. I think that's how you say it. It's the first one of these I got. Then we got our rare here, Sharpedo. And I don't have one of these yet, so this is badass to add to the collection there. Obviously, reverse foil. Badass. Thank you so much, Zero. I really appreciate you. All right, let's get into our funny videos really quick. Like, I straightened my desk out. Like I said, both these videos were provided by Stoner. Let's get this put together. Come on, come on, come on. Bam, there we go. All right, first funny video of the day. Like I said, both these were provided by Stoner. This is titled, Getting Smoked by Bigfoot.
What kind of car should a man drive to date you?
A Lambo and 6 figures minimum.
Well, tow truck might be the only thing strong enough to lift you and your standards.
Smoked her. And no, a tow truck could not lift her. You'd have to get those tow trucks that lift semis and shit. Anyways, moving on to our official funny video of the day. Now this is it's quite the speech, I will say that. This is titled Today's Patriotic Message.
We're Americans! Fuck ISIS! Fuck terrorists! Fuck turbans! Fuck everybody! I hate all you motherfuckers! We're fucking Americans! That means nobody fucking stops us! We want our dick sucked, we get our dick sucked! That's what an American does! Ask the fucking pilgrims! Fuck 9/11! Fuck 9/11! It'll never happen again! We're America! You don't ever have to be afraid again! Fuck Obama! Fuck them all! We're Americans, you son of a bitch! Grab your guns! Go shoot somebody!
Okay, you got a little off track at the end there. Holy, he's going off. Well, Hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. And grab this Linktree link really quick. We're going to drop it in all the chats. We're going to read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. And after the pledge, we are going to be doing a raid over on Rumble. So you Hooligans over on Rumble, don't leave just yet. Klaus Daniels, come here. Yeah, come here. Come here. Well, come on. Bring the boot up here. Come on. Act like you don't speak English. That's exactly what I thought. I told you guys I didn't eat him yet. No kitty tacos yet. He's still big Klaus. Oh, I weighed him yesterday. He's a 17-pounder flounder. This is a 17-pound Klaus right here. Yep, not bad. Not bad. You a good boy. Yeah, you a good boy. Mm-hmm. Now lay the butt down. Lay it down. Low pro mode. Nah, he's off to do something. Anyways, get this Linktree link dropped really quick. He's a good boy. Alright, Hooligans, there is a Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions is keeps us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The Hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7. And we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You will also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, you'll have access to the arcade, and you will also have access to our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the Hooligans. Like I said, we're going to read through and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next, and then we're doing a raid. Snugs, Klaus is a treasure. He is. He's going to inherit everything when I kick the bucket. He's not even ready. Are you ready for all this responsibility? Are you ready? You're gonna be the second host of Coffee with Hooligans. Are you ready for that? You better learn to read, bud. And then you'll be outdoing me because I can't read. Guess Klaus went back on the treadmill, I assume. That's wishful thinking, guess Do you see him struggle to hop up here? This ain't this tall off the ground, okay? Did you hear him? He leapt. He was like, when he got up there. He's hefty Klaus. Russell's drumsticks might taste good. I mean, a little Diable sauce goes a long way when you're eating Klaus, you know what I'm just saying? Solid Ragu, Joey Diaz for president. He was going off the rails at the end there. Bill Clay, an ice raid? I mean, it depends who we raid. Could you imagine if there's lefties on Rumble? I don't ever see lefties over on Rumble, but we just raid and everybody's just typing ice over and over again in caps. We're mean like that. Totally care. That camera must add 5 pounds. It's something. Kung Fu 17-pound fatty he is. I'm picking him up. I'm like, I'm trying to put him on the scale there. Rappy, you got a DVD and a cassette player? I got a DVD player, but I don't have a way to watch VHS tapes anymore. I definitely don't have a cassette player to be able to play those kind of tapes either. Thank you, Pumpkin. You're the bestest. Appreciate you, MU. Meta, don't eat the putty tat. I'll try not to. Unless I have to. What's up, TBD? Happy Freedom. What's up, Robert? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Ryan H? Happy Freedom. What's up, American Fisherman? Happy Freedom. You guys are awesome. Appreciate all of you guys being here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. All right, hooligans, it is that time once again. Klaus, you better be standing for this pledge. I'm gonna have to whoop you. Yeah. You see him slow blinking me. He's such a good boy. You're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. All right, let's do the thing. All right, hooligans, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, did the thing. Well, hooligans, like I said, we got a raid. We need to raid. Let's figure out who we're raiding today over on the Rumble. Who do we got? Have we raided Jordan? Oh, Jordan's not a small channel. No, we got to figure out who we're raiding today. Let's see who you guys suggesting in the chat there. Thank you for being here, Too Old to Care. Who is live? Lots of people live right now. Gotta find somebody worthy. I think we saw, who was in the chat? There was somebody in the chat earlier that we rated, and now I can't remember their name. Of course, I can't see them on the damn list. I don't remember now. There was somebody who was like right at the beginning came through. And I was going to say hi and then they disappeared. Oh, we could try and do this. I think this is who Zero's always watching. Well, let's give him a try. Right. We're going to try and raid the Steel Toe Morning Show. They've been live for 1 hour and 36 minutes. And we'll see. It looks like they're covering news. Let's see how it goes. Let's get this raid started, you hooligans. Thank you, Bill Clay. Happy Freedom, D-Man. We're going to do a raid. If I can remember how to do this. Alright, we're going to raid the Steel Toe Morning Show. Let's hear what happens.
Than $1 billion each year, plus while Biden was in office, while they had...
That doesn't have anything to... This is fucking retarded. Yeah, you're not getting anything. This is not nutritious debate for your soul, so to speak. This is just a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, they don't like affordable housing. What about the illegal aliens? It's like, whoa. Like, look, we can talk about both of those issues. Like, both of those issues can be discussed, but to be like, oh yeah, if they don't fucking agree with us on illegal immigrants, why do they want the rent to be really expensive? You know, a lot of people have really strong opinions about this Mamdani, and maybe it's because I'm in Minnesota.
I think we caught a mid-rant.
But it's also like, I've watched New York go to the shitter since de Blasio. You had 2 terms of de Blasio. You've had Eric Adams. Now you're going to have this Mamdani guy. It's like, I don't think Mamdani's the disease. I don't think Mamdani's the guy who's like, oh my God, he's going to ruin it for New York City. He's just going to be another log on the campfire that's burning down New York City. Like, this is a guy taking a log, I would say, into a forest fire and just tossing it in. You know, he's accelerating it a little bit. But they're going to act like this guy is the whole reason that New York went to hell. Jeff Mack rated our stream. Wow, thank you, Jeff Mack. Oh, I appreciate that. Now, guys, now we've actually got to do well tonight. Fuck, we got put under the bright lights of the one and only Jeff Mack to tell it. Well, we're making fun of Rosie O'Donnell in a little bit. That'll be good. Oh, we got the Pornhub ban thing too. I guess Pornhub and Texas are going to war. That's not going to end well for Texas. And then also we have the next story we have is the greatest way to get out of a speeding ticket ever. It's a little Tommy Boy-esque in a way. Like this guy, this Spanish dude who got pulled over, and he got, I mean, in fairness to him, he got out of the ticket.
All right. So huge shout out to Steel Toe Morning Show. That is the first time we have rated them. We're going to give them a follow really quick. They seem cool, right? We're going to read through really quick, and we are wrapping this up. We will be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I'm trying to think, I feel like there was something else. Oh, we got to figure out who sent the Prison Break series. We have to figure that out. Guess I'm rate a Spanish channel. No, I don't think there. I don't know if there is Spanish channels on Rumble. Bill Clay, no, I don't have an 8-track. I used to have tapes, but I never had an 8-track player. I had it. I think I pulled it out of my grandpa's boathouse or something. I was trying to hold on to it. Never got to listen to the tapes though. It's a Plastic Quack. Happy freedom to you. Oh, well, thank you, Meta. Yeah, I don't know. I just get on here and just be myself. That's all I could be. What's up, Bibsy? Happy freedom to you. Snooks, that cracks me up. We have to figure out who sent the Prison Break stuff, but it doesn't look like we're going to figure it out today. I don't know why it's like that. I love getting things, but I'd love to say thank you even more. God, every time you rate it literally kicks me over to their stream. I have to come back. This is the second time it's happened. Let me see. I think he's going to end up getting kicked out. They're going to end up kicked out again. There's a way to opt out of auto raids. There. Yeah, if you guys don't want to participate in the raids, it's a little bit too late because I'm sure nobody's in the chat over on Rumble now. If you are on Rumble, there is a way to go into your account settings and opt out of automatic raids. That way, if you are in a chat and they're raiding out, you don't necessarily get pulled to that next channel. You can click the button and go there if you want to, but it's not going to automatically kick you to that channel. But you got to go into your settings. I don't know exactly where. I've been following Rumble Rick. He's been bringing it up a little bit. I think they're going to change the way it is by default. I don't know if that's going to affect anybody that already has an account. But supposedly there is a setting. Either way, I appreciate all of you guys being here and helping me cover the news and helping me make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys. Like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Go out there, enjoy your day, find yourself some good food. I'm going to try and do the same, but please make your way back to us tomorrow. I think that's everything. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know what it is. Either way, huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.